everyone, and welcome to day 12. I am almost past my goal for vlogging. My previous attempt, I made it 13 days, and I'm one day away from meeting that record, I guess, but I think I'm gonna make it way past 13 this time. I just got out of work. I've been working like crazy lately. Last night I worked a crazy shift, didn't get home till like midnight, and then I was in at work at 9:30 this morning. Pretty crazy, but we just had like a big event, so I was doing lots of stuff. Right now I'm just leaving work and going to head to Walmart. I need to pick up some food, and I kind of want to just browse, you know. I have tomorrow off from work, which is amazing, so this is kind of like the weekend for me, so welcome to the weekend, TM. I will see you at Walmart. Also thinking about going to Panda Express for dinner because, man, I've been craving it for like the past 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. There's one right near Walmart, so it's probably gonna happen. It's very gloomy out today. You will see in the next clip. I got all the way to Walmart. I'm in the Walmart parking lot right now. And I realized if I'm gonna buy food, I can't buy food and then go to Panda Express, because then the food will get all gross. And so it's right down the street. I'm just gonna go there first and then come back and get stuff here, if I'm still feeling it. Also, sorry for the weird angle. The camera's off the tripod because I was carrying it around. Next stop, Panda Express. Whoop. Nice. I just finished eating. I really don't want to go back to Walmart. That was like one of the saddest meals I've ever had in my life. I just sat outside of a grocery store eating takeout Chinese food, and it was really bad, and now I feel like not good. So that's great. I really don't feel like going back to Walmart at all. I'm just kind of beat up. I think I'm just gonna go home. We're gonna have a night in. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Maybe I won't. But let's get out of here. This is ridiculous. You know, I've realized that these past couple vlogs have been strange. I'm not working my usual hours. Well, now I finally am again after today. It's just weird. I've been doing so much lately. I haven't really had a chance to go out anywhere or have had the motivation to go anywhere. Like when I went to Torrey Pines, that was super fun. And I want to do a lot more stuff like that. Just that's literally been my only free day so far in making these videos. So tomorrow should be fun because I got the whole day free. I think I'm gonna go to the beach and just walk down to the beach. Have a nice chill day. I haven't had just like a chill day in a while, so it'll be pretty sweet. As for the rest of this vlog, we gonna spend it at home. Well, actually, time is it? 6? Let's go catch the sunset. I can make it to the beach by sunset. Can I find parking? Well, you'll just have to wait and find out. So I just pulled up to the coast and realized that I'm an idiot, because it's like the cloudiest day of the year. I said it earlier in this vlog that it's really cloudy, but whatever. I'm gonna stand here for a bit anyway. Came all this way, so we'll see what happens. What are you trying to do? Such a legal parking activity. Alright, we're almost there. Just gotta find a place to park. I really don't know if I'm allowed to park where I just did, but I did it anyway, so we'll see what happens. Look it, I'm at the water. Well, there's a fence right here, but I'll show you in a second. So this is kind of lame. Beautiful ocean, hideous factory. Why does it have to be on the ocean? It couldn't be like inland somewhere? I'm heading back. It's so cloudy. You can't even... That's the sun. There's no sun. It's very cloudy. It's pretty cold too, so I'm just gonna head back, but always nice to see the ocean. I really hope my car is still there. It's only been like 15 minutes. Nice, I see it. We're good. Okay, one thing that was weird that I noticed about that walk is all of the cars that were parked right along the coast, there were people in almost all of them, but it was creepy because they were there for one of two reasons. At least this is all I saw. Either it was a guy in like a business dress, like a suit or something. Where the hell am I? There was a guy wearing like a business attire on like a laptop, or there were guys on their phones like writing paperwork, like literally doing work, but they like needed to be by the beach. So that was kind of cool. But the other one wasn't that cool. The other one, there were a lot of people that seemed to live in their car. And California law, I think it's you can leave your car parked in the same area on the street if there's no sign posted, and there's no signs posted there, for up to 72 hours. So I bet you these people just live there. Like, I would walk by and I saw people like, there was like one woman, she was like eating what looked like her dinner, but you could see like pillows, and she also had like some plates and cups and like all of her groceries, and like it was just kind of weird. But other than that, the walk was amazing. Got some pretty good shots. It was just cloudy though. Couldn't see the sun at all. But now I'm going home because I'm exhausted. Eggs. Hosted. I don't know what a hosted is. Something that I wanted to talk about today was a topic that I found myself looking into a lot before I moved out here. And that is, what are the main differences between the West Coast and the East Coast? Now, I'm not talking super basic stuff like, oh, New England is cold and California goes surfing. It's great. It's like, obviously, like, we know the main differences. But I want to break it down on a more make sense level. I rolled up my sleeves, so you know I'm getting serious. It's just that when I was looking into this, I couldn't really find the right answers I was looking for. Everyone had a very biased point of view, I guess, or they were just giving me misinformation. So I figured in today's video I would give you guys some useful information if you're considering to move out west, or if you're considering to move out east. So let's begin. I'm going to break this up into 5 different categories. We're going to talk about weather, food, lifestyle, things to do, and culture. I'm going to forget all those, so let's just pretend that I remember. First up, weather. The West Coast is superior for weather. If you like good weather, if you like summertime-ish weather, then the West Coast is for you. What New England has in the East Coast is seasons. Seasons are amazing. And if you've never experienced seasons before, it's definitely something to experience. That being said, all my fellow East Coasters know that it gets old real quick. Winters suck sometimes, and summers are super brutal. Spring and fall seem to be really nice. But back on the West Coast, right, you don't have any of that. It's the same, pretty much, subtle differences all year long. And that could be great if you don't like weather messing with you, or that could be horrible if you hate no change at all. For me, I kind of like it because I don't have to think about the weather. When I wake up in the morning, I don't think, is it going to rain today? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to snow? Is it going to whatever? I just get dressed and go, and whatever I wear is always fine. Whether it's shorts, t-shirt, sweatshirt. I mean, you've seen my vlogs. I wear everything. Back home, I couldn't even think about leaving the house without getting dressed. So, West Coast if you like the beach, East Coast if you like change and different seasons. Second thing, food. A big thing that I didn't know going into this, West Coast, you can't get Chinese food, man. Chinese food sucks. I got Chinese food once here. Well, I got Panda Express today, but that's not Chinese food, that's just crap. I got Chinese food like takeout once, and it was really expensive and really bad. So East Coast for the Chinese food, West Coast for the tacos. Oh my god, if you like Mexican food, be on the West Coast. If you like Italian, seafood, East Coast. Chinese food's also really good on the East Coast. The West Coast does have some cool joints like In-N-Out Burger, pretty good. Del Taco's pretty decent, even though it's just like Taco Bell. Jack in the Box is a lot like Wendy's. So everything's kind of relatable. Third thing, lifestyle. West Coast, super laid back. Everybody's pretty chill. East Coast, everybody has something to do, so don't bother them. And I'm kind of okay with that. When I lived on the East Coast my entire life, I always had that kind of mentality of, I'm doing this, don't get in other people's way, and they won't get in your way. And if someone does get in your way, it's a problem. On the West Coast, it's kind of weird because, you know, everybody's just kind of chill, and you're like, well, me, having an East Coast brain, I'm like, guys, we gotta do this. And they're like, oh yeah, you know, we'll get to it. It's alright. And you're like, oh, okay. Cool. It's just kind of weird. Like, if you cut someone off in traffic here, nothing. Like, I haven't heard a car beep yet. And back home, it was every 5 seconds. So, West Coast, very chill. East Coast, very go-getting mindset. If you really like moving a lot and always being active and bam, 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 East Coast. If you like to take it slow, West Coast. Alright, what was the next thing that I said? It was weather, food, lifestyle, something in culture. I have to look at the tape. I knew I would forget and have to watch that footage. So, fourth thing, things to do. This one's kind of weird and it depends on where you live. The West Coast, I'm finding everything's very spread out. East Coast, usually things are in the same area, but if you live in the suburb, it's kind of weird, so I don't know. West Coast, you can pretty much do anything. You can surf and snowboard in the same day. You have to drive, but it's possible. East Coast, you're more limited. Alright, let me break it down this way. West Coast, you can do pretty much any outdoor activity you want to on any day. East Coast, you have to think about the weather. Besides that, the two are probably pretty equal. Just subtle differences. Like, you can't go to a Red Sox game on the West Coast. But that's stupid, right? Because every state has their own sports teams. So, I'd say they're pretty much equal in terms of things to do. It's just a little different. If we're talking outdoor activities, West Coast is far superior. And then the last thing, culture. From what I've seen so far, you know, I'm gonna say tie again. Just because this kind of depends on where you live, East Coast, West Coast. West Coast seems to have a bit more culture, you know, like different races, all that kind of stuff. But the East Coast in more, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna say culture is a tie as well. I don't even know why that was number 5. That doesn't make any sense. But let me end this with one final statement, and I'll stand up for this. If you live on the East Coast or the West Coast, don't tell yourself to move to the opposite side just because you want blank, right? Don't say, oh, I hate this. You know, I mean, I'm explaining this horribly. They're both great for certain things, but they both suck for certain things. Don't think that moving over here is going to be paradise or moving over there is going to be perfect. Both have their weird quirks. It's just different stuff. And when you actually make the move, right, like when I moved from east to west, it wasn't like, oh, I'm here, everything's perfect. It was like, this is weird. This is really weird. So just expect it to be different. If you've ever traveled and you have felt that experience, like if you go to Europe and you're not from Europe, it feels very different. Same thing happens on each coast. You know, it's just a different way of living. I hope I make sense, guys. If I don't make sense, just tell me and I'll fix something. Alright, I gotta do my dish now. I don't want to do dishes, but I have to. Gonna wrap up the vlog there. I just really wanted to have that whole East Coast, West Coast talk. If you liked what you see, turn off the TV and hit the subscribe button. Hey. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for fun. Well, just more fun than we had today.